Yeah. Are you able to see my slides?
Yes, doctor. Please go ahead. Make it full screen.
Yeah. Okay, fine, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Good evening to all of you, and thank you for the KSTA to give an opportunity to share my experience in the food science area. Before I connect with the topic, we are all have consumed food for our choice, and whatever we take the food, end of the day, we want to be safe and healthiest for the tomorrow morning. That is what we can't, whatever you have a day, we can't tell that for 1 year we will be safe. What we consume today, it reflect on today only for tomorrow morning and all, like too sustainable for a coverage. But food is become a one. If you see the decades from 10 years to 20, 30, 40, 50, it has been changed tremendously from there to here, and a lot of contaminations. And so today there is a one side we have to think about our health perspectives, because moreover the people what we say, like, they, instead of going to the grocery shop today, they are going for the clinics, hospitals every day. This has become a part of today's and doctors aware of that, we will come every day for their clinic, because disease won't come as it is for us. Disease will create from us only, and we have to think about what to consume and what time. That is very important. And food and nutrition for the healthy lifestyle, because very important thing, because it may be from the children's to the adult, or for the we need to have a certain proper diet which will balance our life and health and everything. So the doctor of the, like Thomas Edison, once he had told, the doctor of the future will no longer treat the human frame with the drugs, but rather will cure and prevent the disease with the nutrition. That is what Thomas Edison has told. And when diet is wrong, guys, when diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. That is very important. When what you consume, it will reflect us for the future. That is what one thing which we have to remember on things. When we go back to the decades and our ancient, we know this traditional food, it happens only in India, but now it also been erasing every day. We are not able to see this. Somewhere we can see, somewhere in the festivals and all, that also we are not able to see. But consuming in banana leaf was one of the tradition from our ancients. When we have something, food in the banana, the taste is different. The same food, if you consume in the plate, we won't able to get that taste. That is the magic of when the hot recipes will be served in the banana leaf able to release certain type of phytochemicals, and that will give a lot of health benefits to us. That is what our ancients are aware of, that magic. But nowadays we never able to see these things. That is what we see, artificial banana leaves nowadays. And then, so another side, by drinking a buttermilk at the end of the meal, milk at the end of the day, and water at the end of the night or in the morning, one does not get the disease. But we are not able to see these things nowadays. It has been erased, that replaced by Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Mirinda, everything, because life and lifestyle has been changed completely from the traditional to modernization. That is what we are, when we are switch on to the modernization, the disease is also spreading like anything with us. And today doctors knew that we will come every day for the clinic shops. That is what and it is all life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. That is what I want to tell. So it's all about our mindset, what we want to consume, and we don't match anyone's lifestyle. We want to think about our future, how we are able to balance our body metabolism, our body for the upcoming future. That's what one thing we have to, what we want to consume, we should know properly. Food is a medicine, that is very important, but how to consume it, you should know. If the same food, if you take it in a wrong way, it won't be a medicine, it will be a poison for us. We are what we eat. That is what food is, a bridge between the external and the internal environment. So you are what we eat means every 35 days, your skin replaces itself and your body makes a new cells from the food you eat. What you eat literally become you. You have a choice in what you are made of. That is what is very important. And you don't have to eat less. You just have to eat right food in the right time. That is very important. And healthy living also connected with a proper diet. Oh, then what is food? We are all take 3 meals per day and sometimes 4, 5, depend on your connection. Food is any edible material that supports the growth, repair, and maintenance of the body. Any edible substance that we consume to fulfill our daily requirement of the nutrition is known as food. The food does in the body go through the nutrients it contains. The body utilize these nutrients to grow and keep the healthy and strong. But if you won't provide them a right nutrients, it is not body's mistake. You have to think about that things. And all nutrients needed by the body are available through foods, which is given by the nature, not was man designed. So food is necessary for our life. Different people have a different taste, and each country has a different eating habits. Healthy and balanced food, 5 times a day, breakfast, energies to start a new day, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, right water intake is important. Your dinner, your breakfast should be like a king. Always. Your lunch should be always a little, you have to reduce your thing. A dinner should be like a small enough quantity is required to balance. That is what how you, but it is ulta here. Due to our lifestyle, we won't take proper breakfast in the morning, but dinner should be in a full plate. That is a wrong direction we are going. So why call it the performance nutrition? Food is like a fuel to our body. Eating anything as long as it's really good, your body will work like in a right way. If you input will be in a wrong direction, then your body won't work for a long time in a right way. What is a healthy eating then? Healthy eating is a consuming a variety of food that gives you the nutrition for your body. It will signify that you need to choose the correct quantity of the food from all the food groups and attention to what's in your plate. It is not how to fill your plate. You should know what is there in your plate. What is important is not that the quantity, but what to eat. What to eat. Why is learning about the history of food important? Food is not just what we eat. It is an expression of who we are, how we live, and the world we inhabit. That's very important. You should know that our traditional food, why our ancient, our granny, our grandpa had started some of the traditional food, which because there is a connection with that, with the health concept. And what is the healthy diet then? A healthy diet is the one that help maintains or to improve our health. It's an important for the prevention of any chronic health risks such as obesity, heart diseases, diabetics, and cancers. Today diabetics is one of the common lifestyle diseases. Cancer has become common today. Heart diseases, I think it has become common also. It is all like we had invited them. They won't come. We had invited them with our wrong diet. A healthy diet involves a consuming appropriate amounts of all nutrients, an adequate amount of water, and nutrients can be obtained from many different foods. So there are wide variety of diets that may be considered healthy diets. A healthy diet needs a balanced macronutrients, energy, fat, protein, carbohydrate in a right amount, and micronutrients to meet the needs for the human nutrition without inducing toxicity from the excess amounts. That is also very important. Advice to be healthy, be careful of your daily calorie intake. You must have breakfast in the right way. Your supper must be light. Go in for sport. Eat more healthy food. Drink more water. That's what how you have to take and balance our body system. And reality check, where do you stand? That is very important. Are we often trying to the latest diet? Do you feel guilty if you eat your favorite foods? Do you often skip the breakfast? Do you spend 2 or more hours a day watching TV or using the computer? That is very, you have to think where you have to, yes or no. You have to realize where we are going wrong. So eat to live, don't live to eat, guys. And eating properly has a numerous impacts on various aspects of life. Developing and maintaining a favorable health, promoting a optimal growth in infants and children, and preventing the numerous diseases from developing, and accelerating the healing process of the body. That is very important. And changing food habits. Little changes in our diet can affect our health enormously. You should remember that also. When eating meat, any type of cooking is better than fried. Be sure to remove the skin. Drink low calorie beverages such as water, unsweetened tea, and diet soda, and no time for breakfast. Be sure to grab a fruit or some nuts on way out. Changing the lifestyle habits whenever the choice is there. Take the stairs instead of the accelerator. Stuck in a cubicle in a busy office job and use the excuse of having no time to train. During the lunchtime, go up and down the flight of stairs. On weekends has means on weekends as a means of transport, use your legs instead of your vehicle. Obesity is not just about physical attraction. Obesity is the cause of high blood pressure, breathing disorder during sleep, coronary heart diseases, and many more. The body mass index is an effective technique to determine your category of weight, like BMI between 19 and 25 is considered as a normal amount of the body fat. Over 30 is considered as a obesity. Always be sure that to balance and go to check your body mass index. That is very important. And healthy food, the fruit and fast food. The fast food become a now as a fashion, as a trend. Fruit always balance in the other side, but people, our youngsters want to be more attracted with the fast food only. So obesity is one of the major issue nowadays. Wherever you go, like if you go to any metro cities, more than schools, more than other things, there are more than gyms. More gyms are there. People are paying thousands of rupees, like 10,000, 20,000, to just to reduce their body fat or to be slim. And every morning they will go. They'll have 1 hour, 2 hour workout, and they will think that we are fine. They'll have whatever. And it is not like going to the gym. It is all depend on your diet, how you balance and all. That is very important thing. A medical complication of obesity. Once there is obesity, then the lifestyles diseases will come as a friends for you every day. From coronary heart diseases to cancer to stroke to many more things. So eat a healthy diet and prevent obesity is very important thing. Stress can lead to like nowadays we are all things like walking in the end of the day to fill the bank balance. Correct? No, but whatever you fill the bank balance, if you are not able to enjoy the things, why we should earn the money then? We need to get that relaxation, getting food, right food to balance. See, keeping a back balance for not for the next generation. When you have something, you should enjoy your life. Have proper food, reduce your stress, eat whatever. So I had seen that some of them during the breakfast also they will go through the what is about the work procedure, what to do in the office. That is not required. When you have something to consume your right food, give your own time to have food in a right way. That is very important thing. A balanced diet is very important. It is not something like from the meat, poultry, fish, or food source of proteins, nutrients to a vegetable are rich in nutrients and fiber. They are low in fat and do not contain cholesterol. Bread or other whole grain products are rich in dietary fiber and minerals. Our chocolates and ice creams consumed in a small quantities and balanced to the diet and provide carbohydrates. Dairy products are rich in calcium and iron, which strengthens your bones. Fruits contains high levels of fiber and improvement vitamins such as vitamin C and all. Healthy eating tips like always be sure that 50% of your diet will be kind of like balanced with fruits and vegetable. 25% will be protein rich foods and 25% will be fiber rich carbohydrates. How food will affect our bodies. When you consume any junk food, digest too, it will convert it into fat. When you consume some of the healthy foods like vegetables, cereals, pulses and all, they digest and fruits and all, they will convert into energy and wellness. Taking protein rich food for the muscle build and all, taking rich carbohydrate rich food for the good with right food. for the good for the cholesterol and all. So we had told in the earlier only the lifestyle has completely changed. If you go to long back, no, we still in villages we are able to see in a traditional and occasional way using banana leaf and all. But now we won't able to see. Even I think we also in our home whenever there will be festival, we are able to see that things. Later we are not able to see that banana leaf also. So what is sad? We are not ready to take the right food. We are more interested in the junk foods. That is very important. The caloric density, how many calories per 100 grams of the given food? When your parent, mother will tell to have two bananas every day, you're not interested. You will tell why to consume, mama, we don't want to take. But you are interested in the another section of the some biscuits or chips and whatever. Banana contains 89 calories, but its medicinal benefits are more. But 452 calories, 454 calories is there. But medicine on the other side health benefit is zero. But still you want to consume this side. You don't want to go in that side. So why is the caloric density is important? Our stomachs respond to two things. One is starch, another one is calories. So this process works great when eating a natural whole foods, but when we eat the processed food, we confuse our body into believing it has not consumed enough calories. Your stomach started crying itself inside. Why you are giving this much stress for me? So, a healthy pyramid, food pyramid is very important from grains to vegetable to fruits, fruits to milk to meat and beans. The food guide pyramid, as I told, there are five different sections from milk, yogurt, cheese to vegetable to bread, cereals, rice and pasta, meat, poultry, fish, dried beans and eggs and nuts and fruits. Now, we are all unhappy when our bodies start increasing. Correct? No? We are all, we like to be like a slim fit, but we don't want to cut off, balance the diet. We want everything and also slim. That won't be happen. So the overweight is 30%. Now I have to reduce it to 28%. It is not easy within a 1 day, 2 days, or 1 month. We will come to that stage. So if you want to convert into a around 17%, we have to reduce the fat. It is not easy within a day. At least 1 year you require to come up to that shape. Then we need to balance the diet. So here the body fat recomposition, you can see from 15% to 45%, how that is increasing stage. And you will feel yourself unhappy of seeing your body. So there are two types of obesity. One is the apple-shaped obesity. Okay, one is the apple-shaped obesity. That is, excess amount of fat is accumulated above the waistline. Associated with excess of visceral or subcutaneous stomach fat, abdominal breadth is bigger than the hip circumference, most commonly associated with the metabolic syndrome and related health problem. That is called apple-shaped obesity. You can see. Another one is the pear-shaped obesity. Excess amount of fat is accumulated below the waistline. There are two types of obesity you can observe in anyone. The waist is relatively thinner as compared to the apple-shaped obesity, but has a large hips. More commonly associated with the subcutaneous fat, associated less commonly with the metabolic syndrome related to health diseases. So here you have to, if you want to be fit, because always apple-shaped obesity is always dangerous to health. It may bring all the lifestyle disease for us. It will invite us. It will invite the lifestyle disease to us. Now you have to set a goal. At least in 1 year, I will reduce few things, reduce the diet. I will do all the things to balance to come back, because someone is dependent on you. Your family is dependent on you. Your children are dependent on you. So you can't bring the lifestyle disease and one day you will put a trouble to those entire family. So if you want to keep your family to be happy and all, you should be first healthier. So in that way, this is the way to how to take one step to get the success with the diet plan. From skinny fat to the skinny fat to the skinny, you have to, in a different way, you have to, whether you have to bulk or you have to cut it, you have to decide that things. So now Now you have to decide time restricted feeding. That is very important. Suppose if you had your breakfast in the early morning, 8 o'clock, then you take your lunch in the between around 2 o'clock, then again your supper dinner in the night 8 o'clock. You have to give a certain time to body metabolism to balance it. Don't consume in between, only you take water. That is very important. That is very important thing we have to balance. Then everything starts from raise circumference from 102 centimeter to 91 centimeter. If you want to reduce, it is not like 1 month, 15 days, you go to gym, or 20 days, or maybe 3 months. It hardly takes, if you get the proper shape, almost 1 year, as per my belief, because the gym instructor may tell that within 2 months I will do everything magic, but you can't give any stress to your body, inner stress. Today, this is what many of the incidents are happening in the gym. Heart attack to many things. Within a month, they want to reduce the bar because we always see our outer look, but what is happening in the inside look, we don't know. The body have their own sensitivity. You should not disturb that sensitivity. That is very important thing. So macro intent, a simple guide to the micros like carbohydrates, proteins, fats. You should know how much you are consuming. 40% carbohydrates, 35% proteins, 25%. According to your need, you have to take. Don't take excess, which will go to the wrong direction tomorrow. And plan. A proper diet plan always make you healthier and happier. Protein rich with low fats. Suppose you are taking 1900 calories, then you have to plan up in a 1 week meal around different. You have to cut certain meal with a proper diet and all. Then we can reduce to 1700 calories. So 30% of the protein, suppose 30% of the protein, about 1700 calories, then I want to bring back to the 500 calories. Then 1 gram of the protein carries 4 calories. Then 500 calories divided by 4 means 125 grams protein per day. So that is what a 70% means. Carbs means carbohydrates and fats. Now you have to divide that one into 40%, 30%, 30%. The calculation should be somewhere plus or minus, that is fine. It's okay. So low calorie diet. Suppose low calorie diet means before that you need to think about the basal metabolic rate like energy in and energy out. When your energy in is more compared to energy out, definitely the rest of the things will be remain as a fat only. Because that is what, like nowadays when you go to the IT sectors and wherever, they will sit and they'll walk. Many of them, not only them, many of them, there will be more comfortable zone. Our intake is more and out energy out will be very less. We are not giving extra things for them. That is what. And also some people, I had seen that in city, like they will go for a walk in the night 10 o'clock. When melatonin will be want to wake up, our people want to go there to walk and reduce the fat. They're not reducing the fat. They're disturbing the entire body metabolism. What is BMI then? Body mass index is very important. You have to regularly to check the body mass index is a number of calculated from a person's weight and height. Body mass index is fairly reliable indicator of the body fatness for the most people. So basal metabolic rate is very important. Suppose if you have 1862, then you have to reduce 200 calories. Then you have to calculate according to that. You have to work out. So then you can balance 35, 30, 35%. So 1 to 1.5 grams per kg protein to body balancing and all. So then the protein you have to balance is 144 grams, 150 grams, 54 grams. According to the week table calculation, you have to balance it. And 35% gram fiber. Fiber is one of the very important thing we have to take every day in your body. Fiber have a magical things to your body. It will do a lot of changes to your body. That is what fiber like. And water, intake of water at least hard like 4 liters fine. If you're not able to fulfill that 4 liters, take 3 liters every day. That is the minimum 3 liters per day. And then you can get a healthy sleep. Then diet, what is diet? People, if you ask anyone for the younger generation, diet means morning we will skip, sir. Afternoon also we'll skip. Night we will have enough food. It is not skip the food. It is how to take the proper food in a proper diet in a equal amount of the things to give the proper energy to the body. The diet produces the energy. What you eat is the fuel that allows your muscles to move. What does food do for me? It provides the energy, it will repairs the injured tissue, it helps our body to grow, it will contribute to the good general of health. A balanced diet produces enough energy for the working muscles and recovery after the exercise. So types of food, it always depends on the things. There are 7 types of food, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, fiber, water. You should know like in what quantity the balance diet you have to take in your day-to-day life. And balanced diet, eat variety of food types. A balanced diet means not eating too much of one thing. You should spread our daily food intake across different food sources to allow a food a balance of different nutrients. This gives your body all the nutrients it needs to perform different tasks. Meats, vegetables, fiber, fruits, fats, and sugar. And balance suits the needs of the individual. Some people have an allergy, for example, lactose intolerance or allergy to nuts. They can't able to take. The need to make their diet suitable for them and their lifestyle. Some religions believe that restrict a specific food types. For example, Jewish and Islamic society don't eat pork. So they would get this protein source from other food types and all. And allergies, intolerance to some foods, religious restrictions on some foods. And nutritional requirements of the individual. You need to identify how many calories you burn on an average a day and eat at least this much. Otherwise, you could lose energy and weight. People with the active lifestyle burn more calories and then need to eat more to compensate. Consumer enough the amount of the calories that are burnt each day. Then what is nutrients? I had told that nutrients are chemicals a living organisms need in order to live and grow. And nutrients, I had already explained the previous macro and micronutrients. You need to supply things in a very proper way in your diet, from carbohydrate, fats, protein to vitamins and mineral, water and fiber. The role of nutrients, as I told that, from energy, fats, which will be energy for our protein, it will recover any muscle damage and all. Fiber, it will give healthy digestive system. Water, the hydration, vitamins and mineral, healthy immune system and cell replay things and all. So role of nutrients, for example, a marathon runner would need carbohydrates to maintain the performance and energy during the race. A footballer would need high level of protein to recover after football match to make sure that he does not have a sore muscles. A triathlete would need to eat vitamins and minerals so they could train the consistently over time and not get sick and be there for the during the training session. And what nutrition always give, the study of nutrients and how the body uses them. The good nutrition, eating well balanced meal with a plenty of fresh fruits and vegetable, it will promote the good health and prevent the disease. A good nutrition is one of the main factors in our good health in a day-to-day life. Nutrition, that food that the body needs to grow, develop and work properly. A diet, everything that you eat and drink during the day. The calories are the measurement of the energy in the food. What are the benefits of the good nutrition? It will stabilize the energy, sharpen the mind, even out the moods, increase the concentration, lead to a better academic performance, improve the performance in sports and activities, and decrease the risk of the illness. It is always your choice from a good crops to versus bad crops. Means carbohydrates, I'm telling. This all depend on your choice, guys. Carbohydrates, it is an energy giving food. It gives us energy to work, play, walk and study. People doing more physical work need for more carbohydrates. Sources of carbohydrates are rice, bread, potatoes, maize and sugar. Why are carbohydrates important for in our daily life? Carbohydrates are one of the most important nutrients needed in the any example athlete's diet. Carbohydrates are the vital to help reach a peak performance during the physical activity because they provide energy and muscle gain. A correct amount of carbohydrates are available to the muscles. Protein can be free to do its main job of repairing and rebuilding muscle tissue, which will maximize the muscles gain. Proteins, they are required for improve your muscle performance, reduce the muscle damage and muscle soreness. Use it for building and repairing the muscles, red blood cells, hair and other tissues. Athletes get enough protein for muscles growth and repair in an average mixed diet. Protein is found in meat, poultry, dairy products, eggs, nuts and tofu and beans and all. And fat. In other side, you have to choose the right fats to reduce the bad fats in your diet. A saturated fat like whole milk and fatty meats. Select linear cuts of meat. Limit egg yolk intake, no more than one per day. Limit and avoid the processed snack foods. Avoid the trans foods, that is hydrogenated. 20 to 35% of the total energy intake, and 35 grams of fiber, which I told dietary fiber, one of the very important, that will always give you a lot of wonder things in your body. That is very important. Things which I want to explain you guys. The glycemic index, always balance the glycemic index. You should know which is high glycemic index food, which is low glycemic index food. That is very important thing. Low is good, high is bad. But what exactly is the glycemic index? The glycemic index is the scale that assigns a number of every food. It is used to indicate how fast and how high the particular food can raise our blood glucose, blood sugar level. That is very important thing. We have to remember it is connected with the dietary fiber. There are two types. One is a soluble dietary fiber, another insoluble dietary fiber. The dietary fiber consists of a remnants of edible plant cells, polysaccharides, lignin, and associated plant substance resistant to the digestion by the eliminatory enzymes of humans, and resistance to the digestion and absorption the human small intestine with complete or partially fermentation in the large intestine. The complex carbohydrates that are not digested by the human enzymes are collectively referred to as a dietary fiber. This includes cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, lignin, gums, and mucilagens. Some of the fibers are digestible by the enzymes of intestinal bacteria, example, pectin gums and all. The complex carbohydrates are there are soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. You should know when the soluble fiber will attract the water and turns into gel, it will slows the digestion and lowers the blood cholesterol. Insoluble fiber made of non-soluble cellulose speeds the food through the digestive tract, adds the bulk to prevent the constipations and all. And why we need to consume this dietary fiber? There are a soluble and non-soluble, which is a resistant starch and all. The resistant starch will be digested and it will be helpful to our gut flora, where the microbes play a very crucial role, where that will able to do the fermentation. Finally, that fermentation will convert into short chain fatty acid. These short chain fatty acids able to release some of the compounds which will help us bind to the receptors in our body, and finally they will do wonder things in our body. So this is how we can see the fiber rich diet and fiber free diet, which will balance your entire body system. Today, the piles is one of the major issue today. That have become a major disease today. Why? You are not taking the dietary fiber rich foods, which will balance your colon, and even colon cancer is increasing day by day. You give the benefit things to your gut flora. The microgenomic is a wonder things. A lot of things can happen over there, and giving a right food you can reduce the piles in your body rather than going to the clinic. So fermentation, as I told, same thing. I'll skip this slide and this and all. Here we don't know what is happening in the small intestine, inside in the colon. We just have the right food and we'll just think we are happy, but inside there are a lot of things are happening, plus or minus, and we are harming our intestine, and we are killing the good bacteria and encouraging the bad bacteria. We should know, and if you increase the good bacteria, they will able to balance, and you will able to clean your colon in a right way, and it will help us to the constipation, everything to balance the things. And this gut microbiome able to release the certain type of compounds which can be short chain fatty acids. This will short chain fatty acids connecting with your from the obesity to where they will control the obesity, they will control the heart diseases and diabetes and many more things. So what are these short chain fatty acids? When the dietary fibers are fermented by the bacterial hydrolytic enzyme, the short chain fatty acids are the main products. These short chain fatty acids may generate from the proteins and amino acids the decomposition as well. This short chain fatty acids defined as a fatty acids with the 2 to 6 carbon atoms, but the definition varies and the upper limit may range between 5 and 7 carbons in the length. So this among short chain fatty acid, the three main types are acetic acid, propionic acid, and butyric acid makes up that 95% of the all short chain fatty acids. So how this short chain fatty acids, starch fermentation, the resistant starch, the short chain fatty, the glucose, amylose, and aminopectin, there are primary degrade and secondary degrade. Our bacteria which are there in our intestine, they will do a lot of magic over there to release the short chain fatty acids. The finally here in the resistant starch, where in the large intestine, our bacteria will do the fermentation with the, and finally they can be able to release the short chain fatty acid. Finally, it will benefit our body. So good bacteria, gut bacteria or our gut microbiome, they are a wonder. We have to think about this section now. And if you give, see, I always believe if someone who can balance your stomach, the intestine in a right way, I'm sure that they will be far from the half of the disease, lifestyle diseases. You balance your intestine properly. The rest of the things will be all right. To increase the good bacteria, you have to give the right diet over there, and you can definitely come up from the lot of diseases and all, and increase the probiotics in your body. Take some probiotic rich foods over there, and definitely we will come up with this ulcerative colitis and many more things and all. Diet is the one of the major things, not the tablets, guys. Avoid the tablets, give right food to your body, which will balance the things and increase the good bacteria and reducing the bad bacteria over there. There are many proved paper which show that things there. It is the good bacteria do a lot of magicals in the gut flora. There are millions of the bacteria. It is your selection which bacteria should be there in your body. So this is one thing what bacteria can play a major role. There is one patient, the lean patient with 50 kg weight. What they did in one of the research, they tried to take some of the bacteria from the obesity person and they injected into the lean person. Then that lean person immediately after a couple of months, he started increasing his weight. That shows that these bacteria are magics. They do a lot of things. The only thing is that you need to select the right bacteria. A lot of things where this can be cured a lot of infection things in your intestine. So you should know what to consume in a right way. The waist circumference 90 centimeters in man and 80 centimeters in women. If they reach to that, always check your liver. Once that centimeter, if you cross that centimeter, always go for and check your whether your liver is healthy or not, whether non-alcoholic fatty liver. So check your entire body biochemical test. You go ahead and handle that test in the clinic and all. Check your whether your liver is more fatty or less fatty. That is very important. Sometimes some people tell, no, we won't consume alcohol and all. Maybe our liver is so healthy and all. No, when you are taking a wrong diet also, it will also affect your liver. So fatty liver, always come up with the healthy liver to the cirrhosis where your liver starts damaging. Finally, you can vomit the blood tomorrow. So sometimes if you vomit, means they may think it is a blood cancer. No, sometimes your liver is not able to, like once there is a limit, then liver tell, I'm not able to balance, man. I'm going to show the other response to your body. So it is your, but there is, once you reach the dead end, there is no any other, you have to go for the transplant of the other liver. It is always a problem for us. But once you know there is enough fatty, there is a certain diet, you can reverse that one to a healthy liver. So go to the liver enzyme and go for some blood test and all, check all the needed thing in your body. When you feel that things and all, liver function test and everything and all. So then you can always be a healthier and other things what you have to think about the balanced meal, which I told in the earlier. If you take your first meal early morning, 8 o'clock, finish your last meal around 8 o'clock in the night or 7 o'clock. Then don't take anything till whole night. If you feel something hungry or something, take hot water or little water. Give enough time to your body to take the balance and give the rest to your body and metabolism thing. What happens if you take, I'll tell you. Eating window and fasting window. Eating window is early morning, fasting window when you before go to bed. So eating window 13 hours and fasting window 11 hours. Example I'm telling. 1 hour after you wake up. Suppose autophagy is a one of the thing where our body have, if you won't give proper things, this autophagy will be disturbed. Autophagy is a one of the process where body will take some designing or repairing the some damaged things in your body. But for that also you should balance that. You don't disturb the autophagy, then it won't be able to balance the things. So what is autophagy? It is your body's way to cleanness itself. Autophagy is a biological process that removes the body's accumulated toxins and recycle damaged cell components. But for that also you have to give the right platform. Otherwise even that autophagy also it will disturb. So 1 hour after wake up, I'm telling about the melatonin. You know, this man, God has given everything to us. God has done wonder things to us. Melatonin is one of the chemical compound, which is a biochemical compound, which has been wake up in the night. The moment darkens in your things, this person will come. This person do enough things in your body. But you know, early days, our ancients, before the sunrise and sunset, the sunset, we were then those days there was no electrics and all. The moment the sunset, they start eating and they'll go to the bed. The moment the dark will occur, the melatonin starts increasing in your body. This melatonin do lot of magical things in your body. But nowadays, artificial light starts at 7 o'clock till 1 o'clock it will go, and finally you are disturbing the melatonin, which will do lot of damage and all. Then melatonin starts crying itself. You are doing enough is enough, man. I will go to the wrong direction then. So this is what I'm telling about the melatonin. And so you have to give enough time to that person. A circadian rhythm. You know about the circadian rhythm, where what time you have to consume and all, about the what time the melatonin will wake up. Immediately when the darkens in your body, the covers, the melatonin will wake up and do its own functioning and all. Circadian rhythms, you should learn about these things, and where the melatonin and another in the I had skipped 1 or 2 slides because I have to cover other things and all. The cortisol. Cortisol is the one more. It is a reverse, completely opposite to the melatonin. Once the sunrise, this man will come, wake up, and he will start doing lot of things and all. So you should give enough time to the melatonin. It will be more in the darker time, and the cortisol will be the more in the during the day, and you should balance both the things. But nowadays we will consume food even in 12 o'clock also. That is, you are disturbing. And when you do eat the food around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the night, how like you are disturbing the melatonin and other things, and finally the body will start, and you are asking that how I get diabetics, how I get BP, heart attack. That is your mistake. You are damaging the things. And then you think you always balance with the enough exercise, wake up in the morning, and don't. Nowadays the bed coffee is become a passion. You know, people immediately they wake up, they want, once you wake up, at least 1 hour is required to melatonin to come down. Other immediately if you drink anything, melatonin start crying, why you are disturbing me? So after wake up, no, at least give 1 hour time to come down. The melatonin let come down, and the cortisol will do these duties. And that is very important. Awake and sleep are the both the combinations. You have to think about that things. So think twice before you start eating. That is very important thing. And in Kannada, I will spell a few things. ಹಸಿದವನಿಗೆ ಬಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನದ ಮೂಲ್ಯ. ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ನೀವು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹಿಡಿ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬನ ಇಡೀ ದಿನದ ಆಹಾರವಾಗಿರಬಹುದು. ತುತ್ತು ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅದೆಷ್ಟೋ ಮಂದಿ ಪರದಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವರು. So please don't waste your food. When we eat to live, we don't have the luxury to waste food. Help others to conserve the food. So have a great career ahead for everyone. Thank you.